Okay, guys, so basically, I had to take care of a customer. But you know what? I started realizing I need to get busy doing this business because 2020 was definitely what do you call it, a boot camp for us. I think there's going to be some stuff going on in our world, and we need to be financially prepared and not lean on a job or a business or whatever it may be in regards of conventional uh, businesses. But my point making this video is because one of the questions is why is it that we get excited um, after these major events, and maybe the high only lasts maybe a week or two or even 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden, why I don't work the business like I always do consistently, like I did maybe in the first few weeks, and what is it? Culture. It's one, culture. Uh, Actually, number one, I take that back, is your belief system. And you don't necessarily have at the beginning belief in yourself, maybe because you're not used to doing something different. And this was very different in regards to my business. It required accountability. It required for me to be open-minded, be teachable, coachable, not take any kind of constructive criticism personal. But my mentor, there may be a few things I may share later down the road, but it wasn't to the extreme. She wasn't there to dictate how to live. I needed to visualize what I wanted to do in the next 2 to 5 years, and to visualize what the end game, what I wanted to do when I got out of hotspot, because I could spend a lot of time here, but I feel at times emotionally, is this even healthy for me? I mean, I'm thinking, is it right? Is it healthy for me to be in this building and not be out and about and inspire people? Yeah, I like inspiring people because people need to know that they are worthy, that they're wanted, that I could be your best friend for a lifetime. Maybe that's a little too pushing it, because I did scare this guy out at one time. Um, he signed up. We are friends, but I think I scared him maybe when I told him, "Hey, you are my lifetime partner," and I was like, I guess maybe he could have took it in a different way. So you know what? I have to always, like, this business helped me learn in the books I read and audios to, like, learn to do a checkup from the neck up on your own. No, you don't. You already know. We already know what we need to eat to be healthy and not gain weight. We already know that, but do we practice that? We already know that maybe smoking is not good for you, and it could cause maybe a heart attack or a stroke one day, or drinking heavy alcohol consistently, never giving your body a break. But all I'm saying is that um, I I do a checkup from the neck up. I've learned how to eat for what's healthy for me rather than taste. Although, don't get me wrong, I could indulge. We could all indulge, but I've just learned to make better choices, and for my health and for boundaries, I learned a lot in this business. So. When we go to, that's what our mentors teach us in reading, listening to audios, and whatever it may be, and giving their perspective on certain things before I make a decision. But when we go to these major events, we even grow more. We build up our confidence. We build up our belief system. And I believe it's the culture. I believe being around 17,000 like minded people can just put a really good impression when we're all walking in there equal and not competing against each other. We're doing it together, and we're making this nation a better place. So another thing that I think also interferes after that, beautiful feeling walking out of one of these major events is also like distractions. We can become distracted many which ways, and if I'm taking my eyes off the camera, it's because I'm sitting right in front of my store, my front doors, so I know if somebody comes in, because when I'm doing something back there, I feel a little bit more claustrophobic, if you might understand me, what I'm saying. If you're in a business behind a cubicle, and you just have to ask yourself, is this healthy for me? I think I need to be outside. I think I need to have more freedom to explore the world rather than being inside a building. We have to honestly be truthful to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. We have to be truthful to ourselves and ask ourselves, are we really happy where we are? Am I really happy? Be truthful to yourself and visualize where you'd like to see yourself in 2 to 5 years. Now, distractions was a challenge for me. I must understand that I needed to give my own self grace and not be so hard on myself, because 12 years doing what I do really accumulated a lot of personal growth in every which way. But with all that being said, this is just a couple, to name a few, okay? We have more than 400 products. And I'm going to throw what I do right now in to show you how simple this could be. Got a protein drink. This is 25 grams of protein, gluten-free. A lot of people lose weight when they go gluten-free, and only 170 calories. Now, earlier I did have a protein drink. I took some immunity powder, and these are all from our business. I was feeling hungry earlier today, and I looked at my clock, and it was like 12 o'clock, and I was like, I want to go fast. I want to fast for until maybe around, I would say, 4 o'clock, if I can handle it, and then go get me a couple meat patties, because I'm trying to just fast and be keto. And fasting is good for us, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, because what it does after 72 hours is our body starts healing itself. And if you take ginger and lemonade, which I'm going to start doing again, I used to do it, and put paprika in it, or I mean not cayenne pepper, and put it in a bullet, and just then drain it and just get the juice. Ginger, lemonade, and cayenne pepper. That cleanses your body too, and your metabolism speeds up a tad more too. But when you're fasting and you hit the 72 hours, you're really burning calories, fat. Any rate, nothing wrong with being fat. I think in 2020 I gained probably about 15 or 20 pounds. Shame on me. I was like, wow, I could have already at that time took off 15 pounds, maybe 20. And after COVID, whoo. But anyway, you know what? It's just being healthy, people. It's just being healthy, taking care of ourselves. Because if you're here today, it's probably because you were kind of healthy. A lot of people that had even, already other issues medical-wise, and they ended up getting COVID, their just body took a toll. And we lost a lot of people. And it is questionable, what's being brought into our world, the United States of America. And you know what? I don't believe that we should be going socialism. I think we need to all pull ourselves together and have better relationships with each other, and not lock arms with your friends, family, and let's build up a business of a legacy, and just be able to not necessarily think about the world anymore. Because you know what? We didn't, when we grew up, or when I grew up, We didn't have we only had newspapers. We didn't have a smart device that had all the information right here in our own palm. Okay, this can make you money if you use it to your advantage, and I would love to show you how to do that. I think I mentioned what the problem is. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I take that back. I am not done. Okay, so the first one was basically really when I got, was basically like doing this business and getting out of the major events. After the high, it's like distraction, consistency, persistency. Those things just died off, and the momentum starts dying off because maybe I'm not accountable, or maybe I'm resisting, maybe in certain things, on especially communicating. I honestly, in follow ups, meet a lot of people. I just don't chase them because this business isn't about chasing people. There's no competition against each other. You can make more money than I. It depends on how much action you put into it. So it's going to depend on how much you absorb. It's going to depend on whether you can face yourself every single day and deal with yourself every single day, and to love yourself afterwards. Kick in some discipline, kick in your own uh, affirmations, I shall say. But belief is just a word. Belief has kind of come from you building up your knowledge and how to do this business, and to uh, make it a leverage of taking it to the next level. With all that being said, I think I have another customer waltzing in, but I wanted to let you guys all know I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate the fact that you guys even took the time to even listen to me. But I wanted to show you. To build this business, you can start it by just doing a protein drink a day and a bottle of water. And you might want to double your inventory, because I can go through maybe 2 or 3 of these a day. On one of these, if I'm working out with my trainer, I could drink one of these and not have to worry too much about my calories. Not to mention, this has only 6 grams of carbohydrate. And also, in regards of sodium, I've been kind of monitoring my sodium just to make sure I'm not going too crazy on the sodium. But in regards to cholesterol, it's 15 milligrams, and then 25 grams of protein. So this drink right here, I could probably drink 2 of them if I'm working with my trainer, because I'll skip breakfast and lunch, or I'll just eat a good keto breakfast. And by the way, a lot of people don't know about this, but and I'm sure there's a lot of people that do, but the carb tortillas, or whatever those are, they're good. And I usually eat it with egg or ground beef. And a lot of people like Mexican food. I meet people and they're like, oh, the Mexican food is my favorite, or whatever it may be, or Italian food. But I'm telling you, I just know that if I was to eat out a lot, I wouldn't feel well. And I'm just being transparent to you. God bless every single restaurant that has survived from 2020. We all like to eat some places. Yes, we have our favorites or whatever, but I would rather have a protein drink right now, and just eating right and eating healthy and taking care of myself. There's no sugar in this. Yeah, so I just wanted to just let you know, maybe you don't, maybe you have your own protein. Okay, no worries, but you can build this business with a couple bottled waters a day, and also a couple meal bars. Simple as that. if you, that's probably just going to give you some less than $100 in your pocket, learning how to buy from you. Okay, so basically, if you're really loyal to yourself, though, um, as an example, like if you had like a gas station and there was an Arco gas station right across from you, and gas was like 10 cents cheaper even at your wholesale, you're still going to go to your own gas station. You're not going to buy even if it's 10, 15, 20 cents less than yours. I'm just throwing it as an example. I would rather pay 15% more in what I purchase on a daily basis, or even a monthly basis. I'd rather buy for myself even if it was 15% more, or even 20% more, to be quite honest with you, because we spend a lot of time, energy, gas going places to get stuff we may need. And a lot of people are buying things on the internet anyway, so why not learn how to capitalize on things that you're going to eat, consume, and use? And I'm very loyal to myself because I hate shopping. I do not like shopping, although I do kind of like going shopping for clothes. But now I do. I used to not. But simplifying that task, and getting that taken care of, and not having to worry about that for the rest of your life on things that you're going to need to eat, consume, and use anyways. Just pick certain things, or go the long haul and get everything that you eat, consume, and use, and put in your household, and learn how to capitalize on what you are spending. It's making money on the go, spending money on the go. Any rate, if there is still skeptics listening, it's okay. You can still go through the process. But it's got to come from you, because we're not looking for everybody. Some will, some won't. So what? Let it go. Because we've already learned that there is not that many like-minded people, like certain people that like to add value to people and believe in them before they believe in themselves, and to help them build up their confidence and give them a good, healthy environment to be around with really good people, period. Anyway, this video might be shrunked up, so you might just see clips, because honestly, I know I probably fumbled in something, what I said or whatever it may be, but just to put it in context, okay? So a lot of people say, I'm not into selling. Did I try to sell you anything right now? It's not about selling. It's anyway money. It's money you spend already. It's learning how to capitalize on what you spend, and getting more control of your finances, and getting in more control of who you do business with, who you really support. Do you really support your family, or do you support whatever's going on? Because I don't support that. In fact, I'm kind of disappointed in the people that are really, calling the shots. They're disappointing. They're disappointing us all. It's a disappointment to see people that may have been calling the shots all our lives, that is putting us through what we're putting through. And I'm not playing victim. I'm just saying enough is enough. And it took me a while to actually do something like this. It took me a while to make a video, because it's like, I remember when I told my mentor, when she presented this business, she gave me a protein drink, and I wanted to learn how to eat healthier, because I was going to the gym all the time, and I was already like 25 pounds less than when she met me, but all I wanted to do is just stop eating out, spending frivolous money. It's so easy to go spend $15-$20 just for breakfast anymore. For lunch or dinner, you can probably, if you really want something healthy, you know. But I've learned how to really, you know, um, watch my spending and having a good budget. I was listening to a speaker, and it was one of our speakers that we went to this last major event, and he said, "You know what?" And I was thinking about that today, for other certain people that I'm taking through the process. He said, you got to find that limit. The limit meaning, if you're bringing in and you're paying your bills on time and you're paying actually more and you're just getting out of debt and you don't have nothing to worry about, and you just have everything on auto pay, it's simplicity, right? But he was saying, and you have a few maybe some $1,000 in the bank and you don't have to worry about much. You're like, okay, you know your limit. And then all of a sudden it gets down to maybe zero in the savings account, and maybe you're in debt. This is no equal opportunity. We get ourselves, we are where we are at because of our choices. And when we do this business, we kind of like get a little bit of a grip on our money that we make and we spend. And this guy that was talking, his name is David, and he was saying, you may have that limit where you're okay, and you're still taking things with a grain of salt of what you're hearing or seeing or experiencing, and you're just going and you're pushing through. We all keep pushing through. We keep failing forward, and that's not a bad thing. By John Maxwell, keep failing. If you don't fail and you're afraid, you have that fear, you're not going to ever do anything extraordinary. So keep failing. It's okay. Just keep failing. Keep moving forward and keep failing. And one day you're going to look back and you're going to be happy, that the decisions that you made is because of what you were doing in the years. And that's really just having a exit game, having a what do you call it, digging your well before you're thirsty. Digging your well before you're thirsty. What does that mean to you? If I have even 20-year-olds listening to this video, what does that mean to you? What would it look like having that well full of fortune, and you don't have to worry about nothing? And you know what? If the government wants to behave the way they behave, go behave the way you're behaving, and you're gonna be lucky if you survive in 5 to 10 years, because I'm going to make sure you get out of office. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is your oyster. The world is in our hands. Whatever is going on right now, we could be a part of cleaning house, because enough is enough. It's one thing having empathy, and I'm a very empathetic individual, but to have boundaries is rather important. And I think it's about time we set our boundaries with the government. I said it. I think we need to set some boundaries with our government. I want a smaller government, and I want to get people out of the office that is not working for the people. Bottom line. You either, and you know what, if you don't believe in God, no worries. If you're an atheist, it's okay, no problem. I think majority, we have a lot of more atheists in our world today than ever. But just because you're an atheist doesn't mean that you hate on somebody or you discriminate a person that is a Christian. Because and I'm not talking about the double standard or hypocritical Christians or Catholics or whoever, or Jehovah's Witness or Mormons. I'm not talking about those types of people, because there are true Christians in our world, and they're well. Let me just name one. Jack Hibbs, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody knows Jack Hibbs, I'm telling you, this guy, I like listening to him. He has a lot of good guests in his church that comes in, and it's phenomenal, you know. We all need to have some kind of common courtesy for each other, and I think respect is in judging needs to go out the window. We need to stop thinking we're better than each other. We're not better than each other. I'm not better than you. And that's what these millionaires literally said this past event. Oh my God. I think every one of them said, we are not better than you. I'm not better than you. Judging, doesn't matter what color I am. You need to let the ego go. We're here for each other. And you know what? I would like for you to ask yourself, where would you like to see yourself in 2 to 5 years? What would you like your life to look like in 2 to 5 years? That's what we should be focusing on and enjoying every single day. You can build this business, just these 2 items alone, and lock arms with people to do the same. It's about duplication. It's about duplication, and it's about relationships and growing into healthy relationships. Not really, having bad feelings towards people maybe you didn't get along with, or maybe people that did you wrong. We all know that, right? We all know that, how it is when somebody does people wrong, and they know it. I think about, wow, what would I be if I just thought like that and was so evil? I can't even go there. I mean, if somebody wants to be so mean to you and not have respect for you and not appreciate you, why would you want them to be even around you? Simple as that. We need to respect each other and help each other grow, help each other have a better life. It doesn't matter if you grew up and you didn't have nothing. What do you have now? Are you appreciative? I know I am. I'm very appreciative towards my hotspot customers, I have to say, because I wouldn't have been mentored by these millionaires these past 12 years if it wasn't for my hotspot customers, people that came into my shop. Seriously, if anybody's listening to this and you guys have been my customers for a while here at Hotspot, I started in the downtown Laverne, and I grew up in Covina, and I'm telling you, I met so many people in the past. Since 1998 is when I became self-employed, and I'm telling you, it's my customers that got me. Yeah, I did a lot of work to get where I'm at today, but it was my customers that financially supported me to get where I'm at today. So I appreciate each and every one of you that helped me grow, even my customers. I kicked in some personal growth with certain customers, People need people. Simple as that. Your kids need you to not be their best friend, but to be a parent of a mother or a father and raise adult children. There's a big difference. Millionaires are raising adult children of the organization I'm part of, and I love them. Thank you for watching.